It's exactly 6 a.m. East African time, and I want to greet you good morning or good evening, depending from where you're watching from. So today I woke up planless. I really don't know what to prepare for breakfast, but because I have sweet potatoes that I planted, I actually planted with you. If you've not watched that video, you better go watch it, because right now I locally get my sweet potatoes. So anytime I don't have a breakfast, I just rush to the farm, which is just next to my house, harvest just few that will take us for the breakfast. Then we call it a day, and that's a save. I've noticed that the sweet potatoes that I planted are not enough, because once I harvest today, okay, there are many, but they are not enough because I'm the only person who can eat them with my family. So in case I get a visitor or I just want to bless someone with them, I can't do that because they are not many. So today I want to transplant these ones. Remember, we planted all these from just one sweet potatoes. So if you don't have the roots or the things to plant, just go buy sweet potatoes, come dig them somewhere, be watering them. That is, if it's not raining, then they'll just start spreading by themselves, and you'll have plenty and even more than that. So as you can see, this what have harvested. And when it comes to harvesting, you just use your hands to cut it, because it's very soft and simple to do it. All this is what have harvested. Don't mind this net, it's in use just here in the farm, so don't mind that. I'm planning to transplant them to the space where you can see I'm standing, because there is no sweet potatoes, and I like it when they are on one side, so that especially when it's dry like now, I find it easy watering them from one end. If you can remember from the previous video that I showed you, when I was planting the sweet potatoes, they were scattered in the whole farm, and it became difficult for me when the rains disappeared. So that's why I chose to drag them to one side, so that at least I economize on water, because right now there's drought and I need to save each and every drop of water that I get. how we plant sweet potatoes right here. You just take the suckers. I believe it's called so. Let me know in the comment box how it's called, but I think it's suckers. I don't know. Just comment down below in case you know how we call this sweet potato stem or roots. But for me, I prefer not knowing the name, but knowing how to plant it and harvest, because it's so important than knowing just the name and you can't plant and harvest at the same time. So I'll continue with this process. Remember, it's just the same as planting and transplanting. They are more or less the same. But as you can see, I'm doing it when it's too dry. So after planting this, I'll go fetch some water, come water them so that they start growing immediately. So after this, I'll start looking for places where we have sweet potatoes that I can harvest. And just to let you know, if you want to know if your sweet potatoes are ready, number one, the ground where the sweet potato is starts cracking. So if you notice that the ground just where around where you planted your sweet potatoes is cracked, just know that there is a sweet potato. Something else that should lead you to know where exactly a sweet potato is when the ground sounds too heavy. Like if you use sorry, for today I'm using this stick. I really don't know where my panga is. So because I've been watering this side, it's so soft, and I'm going to do it that easily. So if you use a panga or a stick or whatever you're using, if you hit the ground, it should sound differently from places where there are not sweet potatoes. So number one, check on the crack. If the crack is not there, just go hitting the ground and you'll notice some difference. Wow, look at this. I can't wait to go and boil these sweet potatoes or roast. For today, I just want to roast them and just act on them because they are the first fruit of these sweet potatoes. And from here, I want to loosen my hair so that I can head over to the salon. Then I see if I can take my dinner from town because it's on a weekend. And I also need to just appreciate myself. So this how I've managed to do my hair. These are braids, and I didn't do them for myself this time round. They are so special. Just this. I love it so much because the weather is too hot and they are breathable. Such term exists. Between this and this, there are so many spaces, and this makes everything good for me. If you love my hair, comment down below. Tell me if you do braids when it's hot, because for me I was wondering what else to do, because you can't put on a wig, you can't like there's nothing much you can do when the weather is too hot. And for those who are outside Kenya, I'm in a country called Kenya. Kenya is in East Africa. If you're planning to travel to Kenya right now, the weather is too hot, but I'm very sure by October, late October, it will be raining, God willing. We are just crossing fingers because we need that rain so that we can grow crops, is to feed the economy and also to feed ourselves. Remember, right now, over 10 counties in my country out of 47 counties are running under droughts and much hunger. So you can imagine the situation if it doesn't rain. It's time to go have some dinner, and I'm planning to do my dinner at around 6 p.m. East African time, so that at least I get to have some good time to go back home. From here to where I live, it's around 30 minutes. So I actually need that much time so as to arrive home early and also avoid inconveniences, especially when you have young ones. Then something with my family, they don't like photos. Let me show you how busy they are, simply because they know I'm filming. Who I just respect their privacy, so content must continue even without them. It's time for dinner. Welcome.